Hello everyone, I'm Dustin and welcome to another Stud or Scrub Battle Report. Welcome to our next battle report. I am Dustin, being joined by my good friend and training partner, Adam. Say hello, Adam.
How's it going?
As you know, we have been playing a lot with each other because I mentioned it on the podcast. And you guys have been asking for it a lot, so we are bringing it to you today. It is pure GSC against bullshit Marines. Adam, what bullshit Marines have you brought to fight me with?
Well, these Marines are Ultramarines.
Are they?
Led by Calgar. They don't quite look like it.
Well, Calgar looks like it.
So Calgar is the warlord. He has a Master of Sanctity chaplain with him on foot. The chaplain's got Orator and a Seal of Oath. There's also a Chief Apothecary.
Hate these guys.
Yeah, he's got Selfless Healer, and he's got the Vox for the extra range on his aura.
If you're taking an apothecary without Selfless Healer, just quit.
So there's 2 units of 5 infiltrators. They have the Helix. Each unit has the Helix.
Infiltrators, Adam, it's almost like you knew you were fighting GSC.
I know. And then there's a large unit of 10 Intercessors, which may get combat squatted. Haven't decided yet. 1 unit of 5 Blade Guard. There's also 3 Suppressors. 1 unit of 5 Plasma Inceptors. 1 unit of 3 Plasma Inceptors. And 1 unit of Heavy Eradicators.
Oh, for God's sake.
And also the soon-to-be retired Relic Roman Scorpius.
He's going to get one last hurrah at a tournament this weekend, right?
That'll be it. Yeah.
And that's it for him, because Forge World.
Unfortunately, losing the double tap and having to pay 1 CP is probably not.
The double tap is a big deal with him, for sure. It makes it worth his points, for sure. And there you have it. Is it 2,000 points on the dot?
It is.
Oh, you're a hero, Adam. Thank you for not triggering my OCD like Jesse does. Gsc Army coming up next. And here is the 2,000 points of pure GSC that I've brought today. I'm going to try and remember all the crap that I brought in here, so bear with me while I try and do this. I have 2 detachments. I have 1 battalion, which is mixed of all kinds of random crap. There are 6 Ridge Runners here. They are all the Hive Cult, because I like rerolling 1s. There are 3 groups of Acolytes, 2 Min Squad, just 5 mans with nothing, and a 9-man Flamer Squad. There is a 5-man Demo Charge Squad that is Rusted Claw, for obvious reasons. For those of you that don't play GSC, that means I have the grenade strat to get +1 to hit, +1 to wound with them, so they don't need any kind of other aura buffs, and they're pretty good with that. Oh yeah, the Acolytes are all Bladed Cog, just for the strat, in case I need to ever use it. There's also a Nexos in here, who is 4-armed Emperor, because he's going to be on the board and just give me Vect and do cool stuff like get me lots of CP. The Alphas here is also Hive Cult. You can figure out why, I'm sure. +1 to hit for the Bridge Runners. Kerrigan here, the Patriarch, or Matriarch as you will, is the Warlord. I have used the 1 CP for Brood Coven, so she will have a Warlord trait. The Magus will have a Warlord trait, and so will the Primus that I'll get to in a little bit here. So she is 4-armed Emperor as well, and she will have Inscrutable Cunning, so I'll get an extra D3 command points, and she can reroll something throughout the game. It'll be clutch when it happens. You'll see. Just wait and see. She also has Mental Onslaughts, and what's the other one I gave her? I think I just gave her Massive Gnosis. The Magus, I also spent a CP on him to make him the Cult Psych, so he gets 2 spells just naturally. He also has a Familiar, who is the Crouchling, so he gets +1 to his cast from him. He has Might from Beyond, Mass Hypnosis, and what's that? Oh, Psychic Stimulus. That's the one. Oh, sorry. Yeah, she doesn't have Mass Hypnosis. She has Mind Control. That's the other one she has. I remembered. Mind Control and Mental Onslaught. And that is the mixed detachment. He's also the Hive Cult. So he has the Warlord trait for reroll ones for Hive Cult units. So the Magus is giving me my rerolls. And then I have a Twisted Helix Patrol. The Primus has the +1 attack, +1 strength Warlord trait. I also gave him, I paid a CP to give him the Sword of the Void relic. So for those of you that are keeping up with that, that means this little Primus has 5 attacks at strength 8, -3, D3 damage, and he rerolls all hits and all wounds for 85 points. Not to mention the fact he gives +1 to hit and reroll 1s to wound against something. Pretty snazzy. I also have 2 units of Acolytes in this detachment as well. One of them is a full 10-man with 4 rock saws. One of them is a 9-man with 2 rock saws. All of them have flamers because they're going to be traveling around. And they're little Goliaths here that are open-topped. I also have 5 Aberrants. Because Aberrants. They have 4 picks, a stop sign, and they'll be traveling in another Goliath with a Patriarch that's in this detachment as well. This Patriarch has Psionic Blast, and I think he also has Mind Control too. Just some extra psychic power for when I need it as it comes. Oh no, sorry. Not Mind Control, because he's Twisted Helix. He has the Mutagenic Deviation, I think it's called. +1 to wound against something for infantry. And there you go. There's 2,000 points on the dot of my pure GSC fighting Ultramarines. We will be playing the Surround and Destroy from the GT pack here. So it's Dawn of War deployment, 6 objectives. What was it, 2 or hold 1 or 2 for this one?
Hold 1.
Of course it is. Why is the 6 objective ones hold 1? Okay, that's what we're playing though. It's Dawn of War deployment. Here are our secondaries. Hey, look at this, the WTC scoring sheet. All laminated and nice. You'll see Adam and I bringing these to the tournaments we go to because it's freaking convenient as hell. Adam took While We Stand, We Fight, Bring It Down because I have one hell of a lot of vehicles, and Deploy Scramblers. I took Deploy Scramblers, Engage on All Fronts, and I actually took Grind Them Down. All you GSC players are going to be criticizing me for that right now. GSC taking Grind Them Down against Marines? Are you stupid? I'm not stupid. I'm ambitious. Here comes deployment. Here we are after deployment. Adam's got some infiltrators up here. Also, actually, I just realized too, I should point out, no, I'm not playing Adam from Greenleaf Terrain, but yes, all of this terrain is painted by Adam from Greenleaf Terrain. So we are playing on a gorgeous board. Thank you, Adam. And thank you for playing me, Adam. See what I did there?
Very confusing.
Right? But I needed to make sure I cleared that up because I just realized we're playing on this terrain and I called you Adam. They might think it's Adam from Greenleaf. Adam from Greenleaf did paint all this stuff and it's gorgeous, but I am not playing Adam from Greenleaf. I'm playing Adam from my friend. He also has, what is it? That your intercessors?
Yeah, they combat squads.
Oh, right. So you did combat squad them. And then 3-man of the Inceptors back here, the 3-man suppressors, the Scorpius, all hidden behind this stupid rock, away from all my guns. The Eradicators back here with all your characters, and stupid freaking Blade Guard up there that I hate with a passion. And the 5-man Inceptors here with the plasma, and then all the way over here, hiding behind this rock, we got the other 5-man Intercessor squad. Want to look at my deployment? There it is. Blips galore. Blips galore. I'll be taking advantage of this terrain here. A couple blips up front here, and then a couple back here for hiding. All right, Adam. Let's roll to see who gets to choose first turn.
Sounds good.
Ha!
Looks like you win.
Looks like I win. You ready for this? You ready for shock and awe, Internet? Adam, go first.
That's great.
By the way, I had 2 groups of my 2 little dinky squads of Occolated Deep Striking, as well as my demo charges. That's right, the Flamers start on the board. Why am I not deep striking the Flamers? Well, 1, because I'm fighting Marines. Especially as GSC player, guys, you have to be ready to change your freaking plan. You cannot have any unit pigeonholed to do the same thing every game. You will lose. Here's my D3 command points from Inscrutable Cunning. Hiya! 2 more, so I will start with 9. I can't see through the... There we go. Okay, got it. End of turn 1 movement for the Ultramarines. These boys here deployed scramblers in no man's land, so he's got the scramblers there. All this crap advanced to create this Marine death ball, just barely touching this objective with the Blade Guard there. And he spent a CP. What's it called? Guerrilla Tactics. You know what it should be called? Fucking Return to the Shadows, because he picked up this infiltrator unit. No, intercessor unit. Infiltrators. Picked up this infiltrator unit, put it back in a deep strike. What the fuck? Marines are using my strats now. This is bullshit. For 1 CP. Well, mine's 1 CP for that one. Okay. But that's still bullshit that you can do that.
Which I did get back.
Oh, that's right. Because I have the Nexus on the tables. Technically still, he's in a blip. And we both got the CP back for him using that. So that's cool. That's a good start for that. But that's still bullshit. All right, let's see what Adam does in his first shooting phase. All right, here is my real deployment after Adam is finished moving. So I paid a CP to move 3 of my blips around. The Nexus also moved a blip around because he's good for that. That's actually the main reason I have him in here. Although he already gave me a CP, so I can't really complain about that. So I deployed the Ridge Runners here. They're out of range of the Inceptors. This Goliath over here, yes, it's out of the deployment zone because tricks. I moved that blip from here to here, deployed it there. That one has 10 rock saws in it. I picked up one of the blips back here with my Nexus and moved it all the way over here because it's cool that way. So the Aberrants and that Patriarch will be over there just outside the deployment zone too because Goliath tricks. Kerrigan is going to be right there. I moved that blip from back here out here just because I didn't have any other blips to move. Over here, the Flamer Squad's back here with the Nexus, the Magus, and the Alphys, and another Goliath filled with the Primus. And Acolyte, the 9-man Acolyte Squad is here with their eye on those intercessors. So the only thing that Adam can really shoot now because of how strong blips are is the Scorpius. So let's see if he can kill anything with it. All right, so end of the shooting phase. Adam did a Babe Ruth call, pointed at this Goliath. Yeah, you can see it's got 1 wound left because it survived. He brought it down to 5 and then did 6 more wounds. And then I got 2 feel no pains. It's alive at 1 HP. That was his chance because it has -3 AP now, so I can't use my strat for ignoring AP 1 and 2 on it. So he's alive at 1. Whew, that was close. He had to CP his shots on it because he got like what? 4?
I got 5 shots, went to 8.
Yeah, that was worthwhile. Not quite enough, but those guys were sweating. that Goliath getting popped, that's valuable because any one in there is a lot of points. All right, next turn coming up. End of my first movement phase. I moved up all the Ridge Runners to make sure I can see the 5-man Plasma Inceptors and the Blade Guard with everybody for now until he takes off a couple models. So we'll see how much damage I can do with them. The Magus advanced up to make sure he can keep up with them. And then the Alphys is up there too to give him +1 to hit. He can see both of them as well, just with those guns sticking out there and the little base there. It's so cute. The Flamer Squad deployed Scramblers. No, sorry. I didn't do that because my Aberrants were in the perfect spot to deploy it in no man's land first. Because they had nothing else to do, and staying in there was a lot more dangerous than just being out in the open at this point. So they got out, they're all on the objective, and they deployed in no man's land. This Goliath ran all the way over here. The guy stayed inside because Flamers. And there's also the Primus in there with the little pistol, needle pistol. We'll see if we can kill that 5-man squad with all this mediocre shooting. Mediocre at best. Sorry, that's what we strive here at Dust Stutter Scrub. The other Rocksaw squad did not advance. They just got out to steal that objective, be in close range to charge these guys after flaming some things. Probably this 3-man squad here, see what they can do. Kerrigan stayed behind the Goliath. Goliath stayed there. So I do have engaged on all fronts for 3 right now. I got my first Scramblers. Hopefully I can do some damage here. This is going to be important. End of my psychic phase, not too much to do. She smited these guys to try and weaken them a little bit. She did 3 mortal wounds, so killed 1 and brought down to 1 down to 1. The Magus here did psychic stimulus on the aberrants and also might from beyond, but might from beyond failed. Boo. That's just in case he wants to get cheeky with some charges there. They're ready to go. All right, now for some shooting. End of my turn 1 shooting. So I focused a lot in that 5-man Inceptor squad. He used Transhuman. What's the other one? The
Gravis Strap for +1 to save.
Gravis Strap for +1 to save, yeah. So I ended up killing 3 of them, barely.
And that was for the Stubbers.
And that was with the Stubbers. The Stubbers actually did most of the damage, which was kind of funny. These guys flamed this squad, did like 1 damage to them. And then the Stubbers from the other Ridge Runner squad finished off that 1 guy. This Goliath actually killed a couple of the infiltrators there, which was kind of nice. So also my shooting over there from the Flamers and the Goliath brought that Intercessor squad down to 1. Didn't quite wipe them. And this Goliath, I actually paid the CP to make him shoot it full, and he fired the Eradicators and ended up killing 1. So, 1 CP well spent. That was okay. I'm not upset about that. So far I haven't actually killed anything, but I whittled down a lot of things to like 1 or 2 models, which is very, very, very important for my grind them down. Just means that these guys are going to have to do some work and kill two infiltrators here to finish them off. I would charge those guys, but he's got this stupid everything within 6 is going to overwatch, and that gets a little scary. So we're going to play it safe, get my 1 kill, stay on that objective, and get engaged. All right, end of the combat phase. He was smart. He transhumaned these guys, but I got too many hits. The Rocksaw still winded up wiping that infiltrator squad. Then I piled into these guys just to at least give them -1 to shoot next turn. These guys are going to die anyway. They've done their job, so it'll be worth it. He killed 3 of them in return. Over here, this Goliath charged in here just on the off chance that I kill that guy. Ends up taking more wounds in return than he dealt, which is fine, whatever. But we thought we'd roll on camera for this guy's morale because they lost 4. They're Ultramarines with a +1 leadership, which means leadership 9. So on a 6, he's going to run, and that's going to cost 5 points. Decided not to spend the 2 CP because it's a 1 in 6 chance. Let's see. Where'd it go? Oh my god, it's over there. Ah! Oh, it's a 2. He's fine. Well, that was anticlimactic. All right, that is down to Adam's turn. He will score 10 for primary because that guy survived. He's in the fray. We'll see what happens. I'll get my 3 points for engage this turn as well. Not a bad first turn. Could have gone better, could have gone worse. Let's see what happens. End of turn 2 movement for the Ultramarines. So these guys have started to flood this objective here. All the plasma inceptors have moved up. They have their eye on the Ridge Runners back there. You managed to get 2 of the Eradicators into range of them as well. They are rerolling everything because of Calgar, right?
They are, yes. They were Chapter Master.
And then the Chaplain gave the now 3-man, because freaking Apothecary brought 1 back. The now 3-man is hitting on 2s. So they're going to be rerolling their 1s too because they're near the Calgar. So they're less likely to die from plasma, which is a very good idea. The suppressors moved up a bit too, so they can shoot some things that they want. And I think that was it. You stayed in combat over there, right?
I did, yep.
Yeah, because it's not worth him leaving it. He can't kill it in close combat, and he doesn't want to shoot it because if he does, a bunch of OBSEC guys blurt out over the objective, and he needs that to make sure I don't get 15 this round. All right, let's see what he can do. Can he kill a Ridge Runner squad? Can he do it? With all that, I'm pretty sure he can, but we'll see. Turn 2 shooting recap for the Ultramarines. This fucking thing
18 shots.
got 18 shots. He rolled max shots twice in a row. This 3-man Inceptor squad did not miss a single shot and got, I think, almost max shots a lot of the time.
Pretty close, yeah.
So yeah, that Ridge Runner squad, it died. It died horribly. Then he actually managed to be able to fire the Scorpius second shot into that poor little Goliath to finish it off. Ow! Okay, oh yeah, and those guys just died to random guns because he had them. Oh yeah, I think I said at the beginning these were plasma. Sorry, they're bolt. They are actually Whiskey Wings. So they're bolt inceptors. They tore through those acolytes. But yeah, ow! Okay, any charges? Let's see. So we have the end of this turn. He didn't end up doing any charges. Slap fest over there. Nothing happened. But he got a ton of grind them down points because he killed 3 Ridge Runners and a Goliath. Did you take engage? No, you didn't. You took deploy. That's right. And you deployed back there with that interceptor squad at the back. So good turn for the Ultramarines. That was a painful one. Now I have to try to hit harder back. Death Ball is still intact. He had 3 kills for grind them down too, so I have to kill 4 units to get my 3 points this turn. Can I do it? Let's see. End of my turn 2 movement phase. Kerrigan just moved up a little bit so she can see the guys that are touching the terrain there. I'm going to try to smite them out. That's why the Magus moved up a little bit, getting the range so they're the closest as well. These guys shuffled a little bit just to try to be behind the dents as much as possible. The Primus got out back there because I feel like he should be enough to kill that one guy. Hopefully I don't eat my words. The Flamer Squad deployed Scramblers in my zone this turn. And the Aberrants booked it, and they're getting ready to fight some Blade Guard. We're going to have a Clash of Titans because it's fun. So we'll see if they can get through them with hopefully some buffs that come out. And the bikes, I lying in waited them, and I put them in between the Inceptors and the Eradicators. So that way, when my other shooting is done, I can see what he transhumans, and I can bomb the one that is not transhumaned. So we'll see what I can do with them. Hopefully they can kill something, because it's a lot of CP I'm about to spend to them. And I did get 1 CP back from spending it, though, which is nice. Okay. Oh, and I did spend 2 CP to give them a 4-up Feel No Pain until my next turn. Sexy. All right. Here comes my Psychic phase. So, quick recap, end of the reinforcement phase. He did try to Auspex scan these things, but I planned for this generations in the making and rolled a 2. So we got a CP back, but I did not get shot. All right, now I'm going to Psychic phase, right, Adam?
That's right.
Okay, now I'm going to Psychic phase. End of my Psychic phase. Kerrigan went off with her smite. She rolled an 11 and did 6 mortal wounds to the 2-man Inceptor Squad, wiping them off. That was awesome. Very clutch. Then the Magus here, Might from Beyond it. The Aberrants, he almost parried. I had to re-roll it, but it went off afterwards. He also Mass Hypnosis the Blade Guard, and then I used the Familiar to cast another one to obviously do Psychic Stimulus. So they're advancing and charging, fighting first. And he tried to do the Mutagenic Deviation on the Blade Guard, but failed. But overall, I cannot be upset with that Psychic phase. So let's go on to some shooting and see if I can whittle him down some more. End of my shooting phase. He did all his strats on the Inceptor Squad, so they are still alive. 1 at 1 and 1 still just fine. So the Demo Chargers went into the Eradicators, killed all but 1 at 1 HP. End of my charge phase. The Aberrants whiffed pretty hard on their hits. Still managed to kill 3 of the Blade Guard. Blade Guard in return killed another 1.5, and I did tag these Inceptors just to, again, I don't want him grabbing deploy scramblers in my zone with them easily if I can avoid it, and get the -1 to hit if they want to shoot. So they killed the last wound on that guy too. So could have gone better, but it could have gone worse too. So all in all, not too bad. The game is actually tied 19-19 right now with both of us having 2 scramblers. We'll see if the Ultramarines can take a lead. End of turn 3 movement for the Ultramarines. He paid a CP for the Blade Guard to fall back and be able to basically act as normal, shoot and charge again if they want to. Plasma Scepters moved over here with the Apothecary, healed him, brought another one back for God's sake. Healed the Eradicator here as well. And then his reinforcements came in the board edge here as close as they could to the Goliath and trying to set up for his last turn of scramblers, which I am trying desperately to stop. So we'll see who can come out on top of that one. We'll see what he can do on this turn shooting now. End of turn 3 shooting for the Ultramarines. Took a lot of shooting, but eventually that Goliath went down, but not in time to be able to target Kerrigan, which was nice. This thing did not go off as well as it did last turn. It only got 11 shots instead of 18 with firing twice, so not quite as good. Aberrants died to Meltas and some bolter fire. 2 bikes died to Calgar shooting. And now they're going to die to Calgar charging. I think that's pretty much all that happened there. So Kerrigan's still alive, which could make a big difference because his While We Stand We Fights are all there. So kiss these bikes goodbye, and we'll come back on my turn. All right, end of turn 3 for the Ultramarines. They got 3 kills. Yeah, the bikes got deleted by Calgar. Surprise, surprise. So I have to kill 4 again this turn to see if I can get some attrition points. His guys are a little out in the open for while we stay we fight, but I think it's actually more worthwhile to try to prevent him from getting 10 points on deploy scramblers by killing these guys. I think that'll be the focus here because that's a 10-point swing. I do get 15 points for primary though, which is huge because I'm still on 4 objectives. All right, this is going to be a big turn. It's got to go well. My turn 3 coming up. End of turn 3 movement for GSC. Kerrigan's getting aggressive. She's going to try and do as much damage as she can there. And the Ridge Runners have moved up to help with that as well. I need to try to make sure he doesn't get the deploy scramblers. That's a big swing if I can prevent that. This Patriarch has run up and is going to get ready to maybe do something. We'll have to see what happens. The Acolytes back here got out of the Goliath, and they deployed scramblers in their zone, so I got my 10 points there now. This guy moved up a little bit, enough that they can get into it next turn if I want to. I just want to be able to take some pot shots at things that I need to be able to take pot shots against. And I paid 2 CP to lying in wait my last 5-man squad and take that objective away from him. He was debating Auspex scanning them, but he only had 4 shots at best with anything in range, and there'll still be 1 left, and that'll still take the objective. So I figured it wasn't worth it, especially with the Patriarch there. So we'll see what I can do this turn. Psychic phase is going to be not hugely important, but it'll definitely be helpful. If I can kill these guys in the psychic phase, that'll be huge. End of my turn 3 psychic phase. I managed to kill one of the Blade Guard, bring the other one down to 2. And I mental onslaughted this Eradicator here, brought him down to 1. Almost got him, but not quite. So it didn't go perfectly. We're going to have to see if I can do... still need to kill 4 this round, which is a pain in the ass. We'll see if we can do it in the shooting phase, though. My shooting phase coming up. End of my shooting. The Ridge Runners killed the suppressors to the man, just barely. I shot 1 mine laser with 3 shots in this guy. I shot the freaking Goliath into him. He didn't fail a single 4-up save. So I'll have to... Hopefully I can make a charge into him. And then Kerrigan's going to try and do some work over here. I don't think I can get my attrition this turn, but as long as I can keep my primary up, we might be okay. Okay, here goes charges. End of the fight. He failed his charge. Kerrigan killed the Eradicator and only one of these guys because he transhumaned them. It didn't go quite as well as he wanted, so I didn't get attrition again, but it's okay. I prevented him from getting 10 points. So he got 5 points for primary this turn, so I got to keep up on the primary. And since these guys are in combat, I don't think they can get deployed this turn. So we're going to see if I can keep preventing that. End of his movement. These guys moved up so they can steal that objective away from me. They're advancing, trying to get in range of the deploy scramblers. And he's going to stay on the objective, try to kill some Acolytes. And these guys are moving up, eyeballing Kerrigan. Who wouldn't? All right, end of the fight phase for the Ultramarines. He actually flubbed his hits and wounds. The Acolytes are still alive. They did 1 wound back in return. And Kerrigan's save spiked hard. She's at 2 HP and killed the Apothecary in return. So my turn, I do get 15 again. He did knock off the Acolytes off of this objective back here.
This one here,
that one there would have swung it, but the Blade Guard, unfortunately, did not come out to play. All right, my turn. I'm going to try to Psychic Stimulus her so she can fight first, because that'll be a big deal. My turn. My turn 4 movement, I didn't move too much. I'm just moving these guys up to be able to focus down, try to prevent scramblers if I can, make sure he doesn't get this objective. As long as I can kill that stupid Blade Guard between the Patriarch Smiting and, or Psionic Shrieking, and fighting him, that should make sure he still only gets 5 points. The Goliath moved up, make sure I get engaged. I didn't need to stay on this objective because I only need 5 more points for primary, so I got to focus on stopping him from getting points now. There are 2 while he stands in there. Psychic Stimulus is a big deal. I'm actually going to do Psychic Stimulus on camera because that's a very big deal. So, the mag is doing Psychic Stimulus on Kerrigan with +1 because of the crouchling. That's a 9, a 10. Whew, okay. Carry on. End of Psychic. She mental onslaught the Chaplain, did 1 mortal wound. He Psionic blasted the Blade Guard to finally finish that stupid thing off. And he smited for 1 in here. Not great, but not bad. We got Psychic Stimulus off. We'll see what I can do in shooting. End of my shooting, he transhumaned the intercessors. I only managed to kill 3 of them with both the Ridge Runners and that Goliath. I could see them and is in range. And 1 intercessor, what are they? Inceptor. 1 Inceptor died as well. All right, on to the all-important fighting. End of the fight phase, Kerrigan did kill the chaplain. Calgar made mincemeat out of her. Actually, just barely, to be fair. Just barely, but she died. I tried to make a long bomb charge with the Ridge Runners into the intercessors as well to prevent them from getting deployed. Didn't make it. This guy went in just to prevent him from doing anything for free. And then the Goliath charged into the Scorpius back there because it's pissing me off and we want to at least have -1 to hit. But it does mean I deny 5 points on while we stand. And I did get attrition this turn, barely.
5.
So the beginning of Ultramarines turn, they get 5 for primary. And this is the last turn. Can they bring it back? It's close, but I think the primary's pulled it away now. So end of their movement phase, Calgar's moved up. He's going to help kill the Ridge Runners. I think you only need like
1 point left.
1 point left. So anything he kills of mine in the vehicles will get him the max points and the bring it down. And the Scorpius fell back so it could still shoot and be a jerk. Oh, and we measured it out. They were barely in range for deploy scramblers. So they got deploy scramblers. God dang it. All right, end of shooting and charging. These guys charged in. They slapped each other. Didn't really do anything. Calgar came in, mucked 1 of the Ridge Runners. So he got his max points for bringing it down now and brought the other one down to 5. And that is going to do it for them. In fact, at the end of this turn, I actually am going to be winning the game. But we like playing it out. So I'm going to try to get my extra points for attrition by killing these 2 and deny him 5 points for Calgar. If it was a tournament, I'd try to get some more points. He has denied me a lot here, though. Let's see if I can do it. And that is game. Between psychic and close combat and a little bit of shooting, we did manage to kill both of those guys. So we ended up denying a few more points, which were actually kind of important because it came up really close. So the final score was 79 for the Gene Stealer Cult, 60 for the Marines. Without painting. We're not going to include painting in this one. Holy crap, was that a bloodbath? What do you think, Adam? What do you think of the game? Think you did everything you could?
Yeah, there's a couple swingy points. Not killing those acolytes in the middle there.
That was pretty big,
swing.
yeah.
And obviously losing. I didn't think I'd lose Calgar at the end there for the 5 points.
Neither did I. It was very close.
Yeah.
Actually, it was to the wound, wasn't it?
Yeah, right down.
It was.
The wire there on that one. But overall, no, it was a great game, and it's always tough playing GSC.
Yeah, you hear that, guys? A Marine player thinks it's tough to play GSC. It's possible, guys. It can be done. It can be done. We are bloodied and walking away with probably missing limbs. You have to worship the 2-armed emperor again because we don't have 4 arms anymore.
Yeah, definitely don't have much left.
We don't have much left, but came down to the points. Great game. Marines are still freaking annoying and tough as hell, but it can be done, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this battle report. Make sure you check out our Patreon, our podcast if you don't know, instead or Scrub. Check it out there, and we'll see you next time.
You nailed that.
Nailed it. Thank you, Adam.